You're even Chuck, or not some cheap trick. It's some cheap trick. He's just a cheap trick, like a little slut.
Sorry, pass that around.
All right, I'm already ready.
Mr. Bowden.
All right.
Hi, guys.
Enough. Let me make this official. Toronto, Jensen and Jared Padalecki. Hello, Toronto.
It is awesome to be here. Many years in a row on behalf of Supernatural. I was actually, a little fun fact, 13 years ago.
Oh, do tell.
Today. Gather around. I was here shooting the Oscar award-winning New York Minute.
What category did it win?
All of them. Right. They made a new category called Winner of Everything. Yeah, I remember getting the script and being like, sweet.
You got an Oscar for that.
So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm like proud about it.
Right. Female and leading role.
They just threw them all at me. They just threw all of them.
I have a sound editing one. I don't even do that.
It's nice to be here with you guys. This is the last group of SPN Family we'll see before season 12 premieres. With some pretty cool stuff coming down the pipe. Some fun episodes, some that we've, that if you told us what it was about several years ago or even this summer, we've been like, what? But it's cool, and I think we're excited to kind of have a last little morale boost with you guys before going back to work this week and premiering on Thursday. So without further ado, unless you want to do some more?
Hey, you're doing a great job of it doing.
I do.
You do a do.
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Great, how are you?
My question is for both of you. If cats were to enter your life sooner, maybe like when you guys were in high school or something, how do you think it would be different?
How
about no? That's... we're
Easy for you to
we're
say.
expecting twins. And we're going around trying to figure out names, and I actually threw a suggestion name at my daughter, JJ, who is 3, and I said, how about, and I said the name, and she just looked at me, she goes, how about now? Not a word of a lie. I didn't know how to respond to that. There was like pride and then like heartbreak all over. If Cass had come into the Winchesters' lives earlier, I don't know. I mean, he didn't really need to, because we weren't necessarily dealing with the, war of heaven and hell yet. Demons weren't necessarily an issue. I mean, there was more vampires and werewolves and the things that go bump in the night, less the biblical war that was
He
happening.
would have been unnecessary, so really no different.
Yeah, really no different than it is now.
Thank you very much.
Superfluous comes to mind.
Maybe do another trench coat.
I'm just...
One that comes to my mind is when my daughter was younger. She was, I think, not even a year, and was still. We moved on to the bottle. She was bottle feeding, and we were at my in-laws' house, and I'd gone to the store to get some stuff. It was the holidays. I was coming back, And I came to the door, and JJ came kind of like waddling up to me, and I was like, hey, I picked her up, and I started like, bouncing around her head. She had just been fed. So, full bottle puke all over my face. I mean, direct hit. Like, she sunk my battleship. It was full on, and I just held it. I was like, help! And so my wife comes running in, and she's like, oh my gosh, don't move. Thinking like she's gonna, get me a towel because it's dripping. No, she ran to the other room to get her camera. So I'll have that for the rest of my life. But there are many, many, many more. That's certainly just one.
Yeah, I actually have the same experience.
My daughter threw a ball over his face too.
I was playing with the kids after dinner before nap time, before bath time and bedtime, and I was kind of throwing Tom likes to wrestle, and he threw it all over me, and I was laying down on my mattress, and Jen was there, and Shep was there, and I was holding Tom out, and he threw up, and I just held him. It was an interesting experience to have another human being throw up on you, and to not be grossed out. And that sounds weird, but to be like, if I was like in the hallway and someone threw up 50 feet away, I'd be like, this was barred on me. And this was a child milky bar. This was like, had a quesadilla bar. So I was gonna sit there, and Jen went and got a towel.
A quesadilla bar?
We had had Waddies. We had Waddies, and Waddies is a Mexican place now.
I love that.
But I've actually had a different experience that Jensen hasn't been so lucky to have yet. I have boys, and every now and again when they're laying on their changing table pad and they're young, and you can smell something's going on. Okay, it's time to change your poopy diaper. And sometimes you un-Velcro the diaper, and you start to take the diaper off. And apparently there's a phenomenon where when a young boy's private part gets exposed to oxygen, they like to urinate. So I found myself as a father on a few occasions going like, oh God, and just putting... All right, time to wash the hands. I'll come change the diaper in a second. But it's funny to not be... It's just matter of fact, right?
You need to get like one of those bomb squad things that has like a shield.
They sell PPTVs. They sell little, I'm sure there are people out there who have young boys who know this. Yeah, we have like PPTVs, and they're little like diaper style TVs for the baby. I'll let you borrow some.
I have my own, they're a little bigger.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Sorry guys. I hope I can just eat. Hi.
Somebody out there's like, I just had a quesadilla.
So I was wondering, with how much you guys like to fool around on set and all the gag reel footage we get.
What do you accuse yourself?
I was just wondering, what's the longest amount of time you spend trying to get through filming a single episode?
Well, we're only allowed 8 days per episode, but there are certainly a few scenes that have had to be kind of like walk away from and come back to. The hardest I ever left was provenance. I think provenance, I could not get my act back together.
No, and you were the only one laughing. That's not true. Taylor was laughing too. The two of you were hysterical.
Yeah.
And I think this is on the gag reel. And then shows me in the background just really.
There are a few times, every now and again something makes me laugh and it's not stopping. There was Shapeshifter Skin.
Friday night.
Yeah.
Which we shared with some of you this morning at the Build panel.
Jensen caught on fire. I found it funny. He didn't fully catch on fire.
What better opportunity to laugh at your friend when they're on fire?
His reaction was comical, and so I just started laughing. Couldn't really stop.
It wasn't comical.
For me it was.
It was like survival mode.
Not for me, it was laugh mode.
So Misha in the scene, Cass has something he's got, it catches on fire, and Dean grabs a garbage can, and Cass then puts the item that's on fire into the garbage can, and Dean pours a pitcher of water on it. Well, you don't really rehearse something like that, you just kind of do it because we have a thing where gags like that, it's like, we say, you know what, let's just shoot the rehearsal in case we get lucky and it works, because it'd be really crappy to actually have it go perfect in rehearsal and then it not go well during the take. So we just go ahead and rehearse while we're shooting, basically. It's basically just shooting with no rehearsal. And the item that was on fire lodged itself against the wall of the trash can that my hand was holding, because it was, in theory, it was going, the flames were going to be coming up the other side of the trash can, which is I was going to hold it at an angle, and that would have worked fine. But it was on fire a lot more than I had anticipated. So much so that the flames were on my hand, and like my hand was burning, and I was just supposed to act cool and like put it out, you know, with a pitcher of water and then set it down. But instead of me just walking up and, you know, boom, the flaming item goes into the can, and I do. And I set it down, it was more like, and just that, it was a lot more subtle than that. That's, I'm sure, what it looked like in Jared's mind. And he knows me so well that he knows that for just a second, I broke from Dean to Jensen going, oh crap, my hand's on fire. And that little split moment of character breakup, shoot, was just enough to send him over the edge. And I put the trash can down and I come back and I've still got dialogue, and so I'm still talking. And he's now standing next to me, the cameras are looking this way. And he's now completely turned around and looking the other way. And I'm like, and I'm talking, but in my mind I'm thinking, what is he doing? Why is he looking behind? And then I'm like, oh crap, the trash can is probably now on fire. And it's directly behind me, and should I maybe be worried, and should I be turning around to see the flame ball that's happening? And then I kind of just throw a cursory glance over at him, and I can see that there's like tears coming down his face.
Streaming down.
Screaming, and then I was just like, okay, now I know what he's doing. He's turning away from the camera because he's laughing so hard that his tears coming down his face. And I guess in an effort not to ruin the scene, he was like, instead of just being laughing hysterically on camera, he was just like, And so I finally stopped the take, and I'm like, dude, what? And he's like, I'm like, yeah, my hand was on fire. He's like, I don't know.
It was pretty funny. Yeah. So that happens. Yeah, thank you very much. I don't get that way with actors because they feel like my peers, you know, like I've worked with some amazing actors and actresses, and part of me feels like, and Jensen. Part of me feels like, that's cool, like with enough hard work and enough dedication, I can be like that one day, or you know, I feel like it's attainable. But with musicians, I think I get like that, like pretty infamously when I met some of the members of the program. Nerded out just a little bit, and then afterwards, it's like, I have no idea like that.
I always hope I wouldn't react.
I was hoping I would act like that. But yeah, well, welcome guys. Thanks for taking the journey with us.
Yeah, it's great to have you all here.
Thank you.
Very cool. You love movies. Fine, I believe you. Jeez.
I was wondering, this is like for both of you, if there was only one similarity that you think is the most similar between you and your character, what do you think it is and why?
The hair. I am a researcher. Jared very much wants to know everything about what he is doing, as Sam does. You know, like Sam, when they found the middle letter's bunker, and there was a library full of books, Sam was like, this is amazing. I can learn everything about everything that's ever had to do with anything that has ever had to do with the supernatural. Jared's kind of like that. Like if I get into something, I can't read enough about it, I can't watch enough YouTube videos about it, or talk to friends about it or whatever. I really delve into subjects that I become passionate about, as does Sam. I don't know why, it's just the way I was wired. But yeah, that's probably the one that clicks in my head.
I could probably sit down and think of a few. I would say that one that comes to mind, and I'm not like trying to pat myself on the back here, but I would say that
Awesomeness.
yes, awesomeness is something that I bring to that character. Because
Yes, you do.
I have it in me. I would say that, and maybe to a fault sometimes, but I tend to put others before myself a lot. And I think Dean does that quite a bit. And I think he will gladly sacrifice himself for people, and he will think about them first. And I tend to do that sometimes to a fault, but yeah, that's one. And awesomeness. Thank you.
I was wondering what your favorite part of being able to film in Canada is, and what your favorite Canadianism is.
I will say that there's many great things. One of the great things is that, I don't know if you've noticed, but the year-round wardrobe of Dean and Sam Winchester tend to be layered and with coats. I'm not sure that would really go well if we were shooting in Phoenix or in Austin or anywhere like south of the Mason-Dixon line. So I really appreciate the weather and the temperature in Vancouver, because it keeps us comfortable, otherwise it would just be a mess. Favorite Canadianism? I think he and I both like using the term, we both adopted the term "toot." Or at least I think he's just but I like the word "toot." Is it something that's used widely here?
I chuckle at my favorite Canadianism, and it's one of those things that I enjoy it because I enjoy the pride or the excitement, but I laugh and do an impression sometimes if it's like, there's a news flash, and it's, breaking news. Ukraine was invaded by Russia. There are 15,000 MiG aircraft and F-16 en route to deploy. In other news, Matt Sundin came back to the Vancouver Canucks. Everything is hockey.
It would be like,
World War III.
this is what the Maple Leafs had for breakfast this morning, and they'll spend a half an hour talking about it, and at the very end they'll be like, and also the world is about to die.
Also, the world is at war. Now for a commercial break. Kim Jong-un sending nuclear warheads to the 5 major cities in the U.S. and Canada. Anyways, on to hockey.
Back to hockey.
I think there was...
Love y'all's hockey.
And I love it. But my legitimate favorite part about Canada is the people that we've been able to be around, both in cities like Toronto, Vancouver, when we visit, but especially in Vancouver, because we've had such a chance to meet locals since we spend so much time with our crew. Just great people looking to have a good time and be kind to others. So.
Yeah, we've certainly made some lifelong friends with many Canadians who we've been working with, had the pleasure of working with for well over a decade now. And so that's certainly something that will stay with us for the rest of our life.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
How good are you with that dodgeball?
Oh God.
Can you hit me from there? I won't move.
Maybe?
I give you permission. All right. She did it. She was selling herself short. That was a good shot. I will admit, after it bounced, I thought I was going to need a PT. I was a little nervous. I was like, I said I wouldn't move. Oh God. Favorite episode from filming? Favorite moment from filming?
If you guys could go back and relive one moment on set, what would it be and why?
I'd be in love. But, you know, we've had many moments, very, very fun moments on set. I mean, the actual filming aside, like, our life on set can be quite entertaining at times. And we really, truly enjoy doing what we do because not only do we like to play these characters and tell this story, but the working environment that we have kind of helped create with the people that we work with is really a great place, and it's fun, and it allows for a lot of unique and fun moments to happen, and we're really appreciative of that.
Yeah, there have been a few. That is the obvious. You're embarrassing me in front of everybody. There have been a few others in hindsight, even before that if I ever write a book about my supernatural experience,
Good job, you just roped yourself into writing a book.
no. Lynn, don't even look at me like that. I think there are a few moments that stick out, and I recall one. It was during Wendigo, so the pilot was a blur. It was like 16 days of shooting. I think we were shooting 6 to 8 weeks, right? I think we were. Anyways, remind me of that. Anyways, the pilot was a big blur. You're meeting new cast members, you're meeting new cinematographers, this and that. And then Wendigo started. So 3 months later, we get picked up for 13 episodes. We go to Vancouver. I remember Ben, who's been for a few years. And I remember we were shooting Wendigo, and we had a lunch break. And Ackles was like, hey, there's a cool spot over here, because he knew the city and he knew the area. And he's like, there's a cool spot over here if you want to come eat this way. And I was like, all right. And so we grabbed our lunches and we went and sat on the seawall on that bench across from the sulfur.
It was a taster's choice
It
moment.
was a taster's choice moment. And we kind of sat there and
Since y'all don't
talked.
know what that is, Google it.
Yeah. And it was a cool kind of like, this is cool, man. Like I hope this goes for a season or two. And every so often, moments like that happen again. Bunsen Lake, Dead in the Water was another one, like running down a dock, diving into the water with safety divers sitting there under the water when you can't see them to make sure we don't drown. And then running back up and getting into a hot tub they had set up because it was so cold. Certain moments like that, or in New West when the angel tackles Castiel through the window and they fell like 7 floors. There are some moments where you're sitting there and you're like, man, this is cool. You know, like too often it's a job. Too often it's a job that we love, and I'm very inspired by it. But every now and then you're like, oh, I see why people dig it. Like this is kind of fun. And I kind of feel more like an audience member than like a part of somebody in front of the camera. But yeah, I'd like to compile a list of those moments.
Thank you.
Nice shot. What?
Who knows? Who cares?
There is no singing in Supernatural.
Who's singing?
Yes, I'm ready for it.
I'm gonna need you to speak American.
Nice shot, by the way.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hey there.
Congratulations, Jensen, on the twins.
Literally.
I'd like to reiterate, ha Jensen on the twins.
I know what you're laughing about. I'm going to need your help, so.
Would y'all be willing to watch it for 4 more years?
Yeah.
That's not my choice.
What did you think? Was it going to boo? Like, no, just finish this season and I'm done. I don't. Oh, all right. Maybe a bigger boat.
Bigger than what?
Than yours.
But then is there going to be a bigger one?
We'll already have it.
Duh.
Where are you going to put it? I'll tell you where you can put it.
I love when he finishes my sentence before I even start my sentence.
What are you going to pay for him too much? It's money that you wish for. Alright, thank you. You left. I'm going to hear it. Thank you. She's like, these guys are weird. I'm out of here. Hi.
Hi guys. I was wondering if you could impersonate each other.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I can. Thanks, Richie.
Do you want to see us impersonate each other, or do you want to see us impersonate somebody else in the cast? Each other? I almost want to do your impersonation of me.
Yes, I'm going to impersonate Jensen impersonating Jared. Give me a second. So, obviously Jensen starts out like this. You want to see me do Jared? Oh, good sir. Pretty good, huh?
Now I will do Jared impersonating me.
Impersonating me. You have to do me impersonating me.
You impersonating me. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna do Jensen.
My ass looks great. Thank you very much.
That hurt.
I'm in pain. Our apologies.
Okay, no worries. My sister and I got into this on the way up here, and even if you've seen the DC comic shows, did that Superhero Fight Club promo where they brought everybody together. If you had, that's great, go up. If you guys had to draft 3 people from Supernatural, not counting God, who would you pick for Supernatural Fight Club?
To be on our side?
Team Sam, who would you pick? God doesn't count.
Oh, jeez. Mark Pellegrino.
I'll go. All right. This is like picking teams at schoolyard. All right. So you're going Pellegrino. You're going Congas.
Yeah.
Tomo.
I'm going Tyleson.
You got Tomo? Yes, I did. I got Tomo and Mark Pellegrino.
I'll tell you what would happen with Misha. At a schoolyard picking teams.
I'll be
Yeah, you beat. Okay, all right, I got my team. Yeah, I got my team. Sorry, dude, no more room.
I thought you were going to be Misha in a fight.
Oh, Misha in a fight.
So you're Misha.
Okay.
Hey, dude, were you talking mess about me? No, you can't. No. No. Were you saying something about me? Or, more likely, you would just be like, I got Kelly and Tama.
You know what? I'm going, I think I gotta take Osric. How many are we going here? Three, so one more? He picked Tama.
I know my choice, but it's between two. How big of a character do they have to have been? Okay, then we're saying Alex Ponovic is off limits, even though we see a gunner in the arc. We're stuck, yes. Probably Ponovic, but if he's off limits, then I would go Mr. Sterling K. Brown. Gordon, who's an athlete and a half.
I'm gonna bring in my ringer. Genevieve Padalecki. Good luck taking that one down.
I lose.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, brother. Who would be the three least? Misha?
Snooki. I don't know, man. Those Jersey girls are scrappy.
In all honesty, didn't she get punched?
Paris Hilton.
No, it has to be on the show.
I still take them a bigger character.
Metatron. Bracken Howe.
Curtis.
Yeah, he's a lover, not a fighter. Guard. I think Misha, DJ. I think Ruth can take care of herself. I would say Misha, DJ, and
Metatron.
that's me.
Metatron, that's good.
Shepard.
Or Chad. Remember, he's pretty low key. Yeah, he's a.
By the way, if I wasn't gonna throw the ringer in there, your wife, I think I'd probably take Conan. Dude, you ever see that guy box? It is no joke. You'd like to? I would not.
Thank you, wherever you are. Thank you.
Co-workers, then that's what this feels like. And I guess I would miss the interactions because we have really, really amazing fans. We really, truly do. And the interactions that we get on a somewhat daily basis with those people who are most of the time strangers, complete strangers to us. But what they give us in those moments are just so cool. I would miss that. There's been times, one comes to mind, there's a woman who, had a furrowed brow, and she kind of looked like she was maybe having a bad day, and she was, and I was walking up, and she was behind the counter, and I walked up, and she was like, yeah, and I could just tell she was having a bad day. And I was like, hey, how are you? And she's like, And like those moments really brighten my day, and I would certainly miss that.
We love you.
Love you.
I would agree with the latter half of his, both actually. Travel is a blessing and a curse. I think what I would miss the most is the impact that I'm able to help make in other people's lives, even silly stuff like that. But I think about times like I'm out to dinner and a father comes up with his 12-year-old daughter. It's like, hey, my daughter's a big fan. I take a picture, and then as she's walking back to the table to see her mom, he just shakes my hand. It's like, hey man, thanks a lot. So the impact I've been able to make and have people make in my life, I would miss. That positive impact, yeah. But the second part of your question was what would I...
What would you miss the most and what would you miss the least?
What I would miss the least is, and this is going to be like a double negative, I would not miss the lack of anonymity. I would love to be a face in the crowd again. I can remember it, and I still have that experience. You know, where I'm not Brad Pitt or something, where, like, you know... I appreciate that. I love you for saying it. What I'm trying to say is that there are still places I can go and be invisible, you know? I know y'all know me. We're a happy family.
To be honest, there's not many places you can go where you're invisible, giant.
But I could just be another tall guy in the crowd, you know what I mean? As opposed to, who is that guy? Do I know him from something? You're amazing, thank you. Even ACL, we did ACL last weekend, and it was awesome, and it was phenomenal, but I remember going there, I was actually the first one ever, whatever, 14 years ago or whatever it was, and I had done a few episodes of Gilmore Girls, but I was just out in the crowd. And my point is that nobody, maybe like 3 or 4 people over the course of the weekend were like, hey, aren't you Dean on that show? I was like, you mean the original Dean? Yes, I am. I miss anonymity. Because I like to go out and walk around, and you know, sometimes I'll go for a jog and then stop at a gas station to get a soda, or sweaty and smelly, and someone's like, can I take a picture? I have like pit stains.
However, I would prefer someone to come up to me and ask me for a picture than to be sneaking them from across the restaurant or from across the room.
I'll stop. I'll stop.
But, and that goes for any of you. You ever see us out and about, like, what's the matter? What's going on? I forgot that was there.
Going on Facebook Live right now.
No, seriously though, that's...
Your phone case.
Yeah, nice, right?
See, look,
what do you call that? Periwinkle blue? What is it?
royal blue.
Yeah. So, yeah, there are a lot of positive things that come with doing what we do and being who we are. And I would certainly say that they outweigh the bad.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Last question. It's the last question.
The last question?
Last question.
I heard it was the last question.
It's the last question.
Somebody told me it was the last one.
It's the last question.
You know what time it is?
It's the last question.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Marilyn from Ottawa. Give her a hand.
What is your question?
My question is,
not entering that game.
If you couldn't be actors, what would you be and why?
Great question.
It's a good question.
It is a difficult question. So I was enrolled at University of Texas, Austin to be an engineer. I was a math major, which would have been boring. I hope I would have gone from that into medicine. My brother did. My brother has an engineering degree and a medicine degree, so he's a surgeon. But if I didn't do that, sorry, take that. But I would love to be, I still would love to be a teacher. Senor Eccles.
The longshoreman.
Don't know what that means.
No, that's not big. Be a pirate.
I appreciate you giving them an honest
I would
answer.
travel the 7 seas.
Longshoreman.
What?
I mean, pirate makes sense, but
Right. Well, there's not a lot of work for pirates out there.
However, do you know what the pirate said on his 80th birthday? I'm 18. I'm 18.
all right, Ackles, what's
Your one and only source for dad jokes.
You got a good pirate joke in you?
What?
You got a good pirate joke?
A pirate joke?
For starters, give me the elbows.
Don't do the one with the steering wheel.
That's my favorite.
You can't do it.
Well, everybody knows a pirate's favorite letter. It's not R, it's the C. Don't use that one. You can't have that one. Yeah. His all day. Not mine.
That's yours?
That's mine.
If I go like this.
If you impersonate me doing it, all yours all day. In all honesty, I don't know what I will be when I grow up because I hope to never grow up. Toronto 2016. We thoroughly enjoyed being here and being with you all, and we really hope that you enjoy the season premiere of season 4. Without you guys, none of this would be possible, and seriously, thank you. We love you all very much.